Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. Let's jump in the queue here. Today might be, haha, a special episode because I've had the hiccups for like hours and I got tired of waiting for the hiccups to go away and I need to record some stuff before I go to bed, so who knows, maybe I'll be occasionally hiccuping during this one. What is this base plus 11 garbage? Get out of my game, nameless surf. Ugh. Alright, I see some pretty high pressure green stuff, but also high pressure red stuff, and high pressure like blue stuff. So, seems like you should buy some kind of fastish things. I mean, Mahar is a thing, but like obviously if you get some Tatsus, Mahar is pretty sad. Can like. And likewise, Plexos. I don't know. I feel like you have to get Tatsu here, but Tatsu is like murdered by plasmas. See, I don't know. Base plus 11 is just so hard. What do you even do here? What about like fission turrets? And kinetics as a way to start? And then if the opponent threatens Tatsu, you can like snipe their second red. If they go AA all on one turn, like that's sort of a more difficult problem. I don't know. I have no plan at all. I don't think you can go for anything super high econ here. I mean, Redeemer is kind of like a serious thing with Plexo, right? What in this set would you go high econ for? Mahars or Tatsus? Those are the things, right? Getting access to green does not make Mahar sad, but it does make Tatsu sad because of all of these things. I don't know. I kind of just like want to get a Redeemer first. And then, like, maybe get militias or something? Okay. So, obviously, like, Mahar is coming up next. And I need to produce enough attack to make that not so great. I don't have access to Tatsus, which is like the main thing you want against Mahar. But I do have attack and absorb, which opponent has neither of. That seems like too many Galvanis, my friend. I think they should have cut one of these drones and gotten 2 Galvanis instead a while ago. So, what they want to do next turn is buy a Mahar, right? Pretty sure that's what they want. And they also kind of need to hold this rectifier or they just get breached for 1,000,000. So, what this means is they have access to no tech. They have a Mahar and an Engi. That's their defense. That's 5, right? So, like, if I come in here swinging for 7, how happy can you be? I mean, I don't know. You can build a Plexo, I guess, is what you can do. And not get a second Mahar. Then you absorb 8? Okay. That's a thing, I guess. But I still think that that's fine. Like, if I'm making them Plexo instead of add-in attack and they're still holding the rectifier, next turn I can, like, Wall force field, maybe wall plexo because they threaten to click rectifier. I don't know, wall plexo might be a bit much. They can kill 2 Galvanis to exploit that. So maybe it's like, oh, I can't plexo, haha. Wall force field doesn't actually defend. Let's get a splitter instead. I don't know, that kind of sucks. Yeah, now I can like hold the splitter if I need to. Okay. What if this were a militia? Then this could be a Mahar of my own, and I'd be well placed to deal with these charges. I kind of like this idea. And they're definitely attacking for 8. I'm absorbing 6 right now. I don't know, wall force field's probably okay. Yep, right, can't do that. Is 2 green plenty? It seems okay. I could get a second forge, but I don't think that's so great. Because next turn they're not really attacking for anything too meaningful. Let's just throw in some NGs. I don't think it's going to be super useful because they're holding a rectifier, presumably. I don't know, I guess I should have held my rectifier as well, since he's not doing any damage this way. And then I have a slightly better absorb plan. Yeah, that was a mistake. I got a little bit carried away in the other stuff I was up to. Wow. Can you really... Well, maybe... no, not Protos. Like, I assume this is an angling for Sinestras, but... You don't have that much econ, do you? I don't know. I'm a little surprised. I guess I'm not doing any damage, so there's that. I want a second rectifier next turn. And then I can also, I think, get a militia with that. Ooh, they're gonna exploit this Galvani, aren't they? Yeah. What can I do about that? Not much. Yeah. Well, I could make this a Galvani instead and save a little money. Since it's going to be just as good as a drone for a while. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe because I'm giving opponent too good an exploit this way. Everything I'm doing is pretty bad. Like, this kinetic driver I think is no good because... Well, no, I'm swinging with everything this turn, aren't I? Maybe I don't even want a second, Yeah, there's no point holding anything, so... I don't really need a second rectifier yet. This? I like this. Right, I want to make it hard for them to get the Sinestra they're trying for, I feel like. This does commit me to making a lot of attacks. Next turn I kind of want to hold the Rectifier back. So then I'm only attacking for 3, 4... Yeah, the Plasma Fire is no good. Let's just get another one of these. I don't know. I think that my opponent is going to win because they went bigger than I did. Right, like this Redeemer sucks because it's not even doing anything. It made them Plexo. It's not doing anything to click it, but that doesn't mean it was doing nothing to buy it, right? This turn, we have some Plexos coming. I mean, that's for sure. Yeah. Right now, yeah, okay, so we don't have any weird exploits coming. No, I don't want another Galvani. Yeah, I do. They're only really attacking for 15, right? And they might even consider just exploiting Galvani's a little bit here, I think, maybe. So, yeah, I don't know. Boy, it looks real tough to defend over there. On the other hand, I'm the guy who just bought 2 Plexos, right? So... Am I killing anything here? I'm not, right? Yeah. So, Plexo seems good. I think opponents should click 1 Galvani of mine. No, I'm losing though. Like, I'm not really attacking for any more, and I'm way down on drones. And opponent has this like sweet Rhino tempo coming. Like, I can clearly stay alive for a little while. I just don't see that winning. Yeah, it just didn't go big enough. I got, I don't know, base plus 11. What can you do? I don't understand base plus 11 at all. I got kind of like focused on the things here that kind of punish high econ, like namely Tatsu, and it sort of seemed like maybe Redeemer. But I didn't really do a good job of getting any of that. Like, I got Redeemers, and it was actually putting on a lot of pressure for a while. But it wasn't as big a punish as I thought. Like, I also just, like, didn't execute it that great. Like, my Redeemer, not very good because... Oh, no, it was fine, because the opponent actually had to attack for a bunch, right? Yeah, I guess up to here, it, like, sort of fits with my game plan, at least. It was then, like... This turn, this kinetic driver... I don't know. I guess it was okay since I did click it, or it did do damage. Maybe it was the Redeemer that was an issue? I don't know. We talked about already how, like, just because clicking it does nothing doesn't mean buying it did nothing. I don't know. But... Huh. I wasn't even that far behind in economy until, like, things suddenly changed here for some reason. Why did this happen? Like, turn 8? I guess opponent stopped having to hold the drone and then built 2 more and a Galvani. Yeah. So if I could have put on just a little bit more pressure around here, I feel like opponent would have been pretty sad. I do think the rectifier was good, though. Here was the chance when I could, like, put on whatever pressure I wanted, right? And what did I do? I built 1 kinetic driver. Why did this happen? It was because, I guess, I wanted to spend my blue on a wall so I could absorb, but that's like a mirage. They just hold 1 rectifier, which they were going to do anyway, and then click 2 Galvanis, which, like, okay, if they killed 2 Engies, they'd be happier. But I don't think I should build a wall to force them to kill Galvanis instead. Right, if I want to continue with the plan I've had so far this game, I don't get the wall. I get another Redeemer and say, okay, now you need to prove that you're, like, your big econ play was good enough to survive aggression, right? They still don't have any blue. I'm doing 9, so okay, they plexo here. And they can't get a Sinestra, although they didn't want one anyway, apparently. Like, that's fine. They get 2 Tarsiers, and I don't know. Something vaguely like this. Sinestra, wall, plexo just fits next turn, maybe? I haven't counted whether that's good, but that's a thing they could do. And I'm, again, like, clicking the rectifier because they always threaten to just not reward me, so... I have a mild exploit here? But it's not really, right? Well, I can either kill an engineer, or I can kill a Galvani and gain $1. Killing the Galvani and gaining $1 is actually kind of nice, because they wanted 19, not 17. No, they can't Sinestro Plexo anyway. So they don't have the green. I don't know, I'll do this, whatever. And it's still not really any reason to wall. Except maybe like preemptive defense for next turn, but that's what all my Plexos are going to be for, right? Like, this would be a highly greedy play. I don't think it's correct. I'm not going to be able to put together multiple Plexos in a row if I do that. Like, I can double Plexo once, but I can't do it twice, and I would kind of need to. But I want a second Mahar, right? Like, now is when I do this stuff. And I'm a little bit sad about losing these NGs. So maybe the Galvani I bought last turn was bad? I don't know. It was fine. It harvested once. I would have been floating the money otherwise, right? So, seems fine. And now, like, they kind of need a Plexo and a wall to defend. And, like, where's all this red going? More Tarsiers, I guess? They need an NG because I probably attack for only 10, which leaves alive just wall and turns off Galvani. So they want one of these. And you might as well get a second, I suspect. You could try double Plexo, I guess. But that's bad. I wouldn't give that value. Wait, why did I get a second rectifier? I wasn't holding the first one. Yeah, so that's just silly, right? I want to buy it on the turn I hold the first one, so we'll do something else. I mean, Plasma Fire, it just is hard to believe. It does let me power all the Galvanis. I'll have a rectifier to hold. Yeah, okay, let's try it. Like, this is just barely living for them, I feel like. LOL, exploit, gotcha? I don't know. Buying a Plasma Fire and then holding it is not exactly my favorite thing in the world. But opponent attacks presumably for 10, right? This is 4, 7, 10. Plexo is fine too. I don't know. I don't need it though, right? 4, 7, 10. Well, if they click everything, they make me lose an attacker, which is not great. So let's get a Plexo. There's not much they can do about this. If they attack for 7, it means I get to keep the Rectifier health by absorbing on Plasma Fire instead, which I guess is like not amazing, but it's fine. I could now get the Animus, but I don't think that that would be very good. Just get another Conduit and some NGs. I don't know. Right, like they can do this, but I don't think that's good. And I guess they're not having that much trouble defending, are they? But they can't quite get a Sinestra either, which was the whole point of all this red. I mean, I guess you could, right? Force Field Sinestra. You float a blue, you float a red. You just barely get there. Would I rather lose 2 NGs and have my Rectifier not defending? Or lose a wall and have my Rectifier defending? I don't know. Let's try this way first, I guess. This doesn't seem great. I mean, I can wall Plexo, but I can't really do much else. Well, okay, that's actually fine. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it seems like opponent might be surviving here, but it's certainly a lot closer. I mean, I think I need another one of these, right? Now my Galvanis are being shut off, which is a bummer. But I just have so much attack. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm in pretty okay shape here. So this brings us back to like the turn when I did this. I think it wasn't necessarily a mistake to go for something a bit faster in this set, as I did. Right, the first rectifier. Sorry, I always get rectifiers and redeemers confused. I don't appreciate having them in the same set. The first redeemer really punishes opponent for, well, I wouldn't necessarily... It appears to punish opponent for not getting blue, because it really sucks to not be able to build a wall against 3 attack. But, you know, in exchange, they get a lot of defensive tempo on the next turn. And, like, my rectifier here, yeah, totally great, I love it. And on this turn, like, I don't have a lot of options. I kind of have to wall force field and then do some other stuff. When was the turn I diverted? It was like when I bought my one... when I bought my replacement wall, yeah. I feel like this turn was a big tactical mistake. I maybe made a strategic mistake by going fast, but it's too late to make a change on that. This wall is a big decision that I just sort of bought on autopilot without thinking about it, and it's just clearly not good. My opponent has signaled very strongly that they like want to build attackers, and they're going to have not a great time defending coming up soon. So if they can afford to do that, I'll just like lose, right? If they can defend that easily, that they can just throw down an Animus, I'm toast. And so I should have focused more of my efforts on attacking at sort of like the strategic level. And at the tactical level, this wall does nothing, or very little, right? It makes opponent kill 2 Galvani's instead of a force field, which, like, I don't know, and it also kind of tied me into building these Galvani's. So I don't remember if I diverted, in the analysis, if I diverted earlier than that. The analysis that I had tried, though, seemed to go kind of okay for me, and it seems like, yeah, turn 7 here, when I got just like this piddling amount of attack that doesn't even do anything, and bought a defender that I didn't need, was a big blunder. I might have had a chance if I'd gone with that other line. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.